morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at some news. I'm just going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. This news is a little bit disappointing, but it is news, and we need to have a chat about it. Starting off with Banter Toys over in Australia, who have gone and shown us some new tins. There's 3 of them. There's new tins. Yay! And I just want to put this out there, right? When was the last time we got a slacking tin? We ever had a slacking tin? I mean, it seems like the kind of thing I could probably look up pretty easily. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll have to wait and see. But the point is, we are getting a slacking tin now. There's 3 tins, one featuring Tyranitar, one featuring Darkrai, and one featuring the aforementioned slacking. And they are being made available in the not too distant future. And they come with free booster packs. And they actually come with free foil cards. Because you see, the slacking tin actually comes with Slack Off, Vigor Off, and Slacking, which makes perfect sense. That's your evolution line. The Darkrai one also comes with Sableye and Spiritomb, which seems to work pretty nicely thematically. And then the Tyranitar one comes with Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar, which of course is the evolution line. So this honestly makes quite a lot of sense. I will say, when it comes to like Sableye and Spiritomb, I'm not 100% sure which ones they are. I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's a Sableye from Paldea Evolved, because that makes the most sense to me. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that it is the Spiritomb from Scarlet and Violet, because they're all then Darkness Pokemon. But I don't actually know. It could be the Spiritomb from Paldea Evolved, which of course is a really good one that takes away abilities of Pokemon V, and that would work perfectly. That would make perfect sense. I don't know is the honest answer. They haven't told us. Now, when it comes to your slacking, I'm just assuming it's the evolution line. Like, you know, the slacking itself is from Paldea Evolved, so I'm assuming it's a full evolution line from there. That's what makes the most sense to me. And then with Tyranitar, again, it's from Paldea Evolved, so I'm just taking the full evolution line from there. And actually, the more I think about it, if it is the Spiritomb from Paldea Evolved, which it might be, that would actually make all 9 of these cards from Paldea Evolved. And that would actually make perfect sense. I still think they should do the free Darkness cards. But then there is a Spiritomb in Paldea Evolved, and they're going to go for the one that isn't from Paldea Evolved, just so it's Darkness, and then 8 of 9 of the promos from Paldea Evolved? That would be weird, frankly. Not 100% sure. Point is, they are coming. Here's what it says. A triple header of Pokemon power. Jump right into the action with a trio of Pokemon who are ready for battle. In this tin, you'll find 3 featured Pokemon as foil cards, along with 3 Pokemon TCG booster packs with even more cards inside. And then you've got the ones I told you are there. Now, I will say, these are foil cards, and like obviously the pre-evolutions generally don't come as foils. They could come as reverse holos, I suppose, but I don't think that's where they're going here. It'd be weird if they were. So look, this is cool. This is all right. These are decent. This is not the most disappointing news in this video. I think these are fine. But they're not particularly fancy promos. They're not particularly exciting promos. They are foil versions of existing cards. And some of you are going to look at that and be like, Wassy, this is amazing, I'm in. And if you look at this and go, Wassy, that's amazing, I'm in, good on you, frankly. That's awesome. I'm happy about that. And if you look at this and go, why do I want these 3 random cards as foils? Well, then this product isn't for you. But that's okay too, frankly. That's okay too. Although I just realised the Darkrai is actually from Obsidian Flames, not from Paldea Evolved. So when I was saying they were all from Paldea Evolved later, let's just assume I said Paldea Evolved or later. And then it totally works. But the Darkrai is actually from Obsidian Flames, let me correct myself. Hopefully I put a little note on the screen at the time. So these are fine. You get free foil cards, you get free packs. They're hopefully going to be found pretty cheaply, pretty easily. And these are cool. I mean, they're only being seen at Banter Toys in Australia for the time being, but you know the deal with these. They will be made available elsewhere soon enough. And then we get to the real disappointing news here. We've got another lot of Ultra Pro products. And I know I often say the Ultra Pro products are bad. But even in the context of the Ultra Pro products being bad, these are bad. Like, even compared to most, these are incredibly disappointing. If we have a look at let's look at the play mat, because it shows the artwork off better. It's clearly supposed to be Trick Room, right? So what we got here is a super generic background, not even using energy symbols or anything like that, as like circles and little stars. And then you've got Mr. Rhyme, Gardevoir, Reuniclus, and Wobbuffet. All just kind of chilling around in a Trick Room. Why? And look, I've made this point before, so let me make it again. There are going to be people out there that are huge Gardevoir fans that are going to look at this playmat and go, Wossy, I don't care, it's got Gardevoir on. Or they're going to look at this and go, Wossy, it's got Reuniclus on, I'm a huge Reuniclus fan, I'm buying this playmat anyway. Remember, these videos are my opinion and my advice and nothing more. If you look at these products and go, Wossy, that's amazing, I want to buy it, go buy it. I'm going to keep covering the news because that's what I do. I'm going to keep telling you I don't really think these products are particularly good because I honestly don't. But if you're looking at this and thinking these are cool, then go and buy them. Honestly. Although the lovely Antoine Boulet has pointed out this, and I have to share this with you. There was a Bianca mat, which was released in Japan very recently, which actually has Reuniclus in the same position on the playmat. And just look at them side by side. Like, both of them have Reuniclus on the playmat. Both of them have Reuniclus in basically the same position on the playmat. But these are not the same. These are not even remotely the same. Japan stuff that they get, it's just so much better. It's like annoyingly better. Why is Japan stuff so much better than ours? Like, I'm fine with Japan stuff being a bit better, okay? I get it and all of that, and there's different ways they go about stuff, right? But does the difference need to be this stark? I'm not sure that it does. Just putting that out there. Now, there is a bunch of other stuff that is available in this line. We've also got sleeves. They come as 65, which is quite nice, of course, because decks in the Pokémon TCG are 60 cards. So having 65 just gives you 5 spare sleeves, which is nice. There's then a really, well, there's your standard cheapy deck box. But then we've also got the fancy deck box. And this is the one where it's all kind of faux leather and it opens out fully. And it's actually got those 3 little buttons, or 4, I should say. There's a Gardevoir, a Wobbuffet, a Mr. Rhyme, and a Reuniclus, i.e. the 4 main Pokemon. And it means that if you're buying this because you're a big Gardevoir fan, well, now you can have the deck box with the little Gardevoir button on. Which is not terrible. And this is, for what it's worth, this is the coolest product in the line. I still don't think it's great, but it's the coolest product in the line. There's then a 4 and 9 pocket portfolio that are exactly the same except for the size. And then there's the fancy binder, the one where you can, it's all kind of soft on the front, but it's quite nice, and it's got the little, a little strap that comes around it. It's fine. It's all right. But look, when it comes to this kind of thing, I actually quite like these binders. I have a bunch of them. But here's the thing. We had the 151 binders. And the 151 binder, which came in the binder collection, I picked a bunch of these up for like £4 each. They're really quite cheap. So even if you really like these binders, I am a big proponent of the fact that the 151 are actually way nicer than the rest. And they generally can be picked up very, very cheap. So that's really not an argument for this. If you want this kind of binder, this kind of portfolio, I would highly recommend going and picking up the 151 because it's just cheaper. Oh, and then there's the big binder coming out as well. The one that you can put pages in. This is all fine. I don't think it's good, and it's not for me personally. But as I've said, I am fully aware that there are a bunch of people out there who like this kind of stuff, who have Pokemon they particularly like, who want to see these Pokemon featured on these kind of products. And if that's you, go for it, frankly. Go for it. Right, there we go. That's what you need to know. I think most of this news is quite disappointing, but I know some of you are going to like the tins. And look, there's going to be a Slacking fan out there who's never seen a Slacking tin before, and they're going to love this. Same thing with all the Ultra Pro stuff, but now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.